algebra video. I am so excited you've gotten this far in our lessons. I really hope that you're getting a lot of great benefits out of the videos. So today what I want to go over with you are the rules for algebra. So we're going to start with really basic stuff. We're going to understand how to work with variables, adding, subtracting, just the basic stuff, and then we'll go from there, okay? We're going to build on that. So first things first, rules for adding and subtracting variables. So variables are basically, we know the most common one to be x. And x represents something that is unknown. We don't know what is the number yet, so we're just using x as a placeholder. Now x can behave in a couple different ways. When we're adding x, we can do x plus x equals 2x. Okay? We can also do x plus 2x equals 3x. The important thing is that when we're adding x's, the number in the front is what we add. And when there's no number, we have an invisible 1. Okay? Now, what if it has an exponent? An exponent is this small number up here. This means x times x. Okay? Now, what if we have x squared plus x? What does that equal? Well, that equals x squared plus x. We cannot add these together. And the reason we can't add them together is because they don't have the same exponent. So here we have an exponent of 2, but in this one, there is no exponent. That means there's an invisible 1. If they do not have the same exponent, we cannot add them together. So if we were to have something like, let's say, x squared plus x, there are no other x's with a square. So we can't add it to anything. So that's just going to stay as x squared. But here we do have an x and an x that have an exponent of 1. So we can add them and we get 2x. Okay? So let's do a couple of practice problems. Let's make it a little more complicated. And just to make sure, if we have x squared plus 2x minus x, I want to make sure that you understand that once again there's no other x squared, so it stays the same. But this is 2 minus 1. This becomes plus x. Okay? So now that we understand that the rules are the same for adding and subtracting, let's go ahead and get into some practice. So I'm going to zoom this in here so we can focus on just one problem at a time. So here we have an x squared and we have a plus 5x squared. Super important. The sign in the front is the sign that belongs to that number. Okay? So this is 1 plus 5. There are no other x squareds, so we're going to do 6x squared. Okay? Then we have plus 3x minus 2. So this is 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's plus x. Because remember, with the variables, the 1's are invisible. Okay? We have no other x with a variable, with an exponent of 1. So let's do now our last number. There are no other numbers to add or subtract to it, so it's just going to be minus 8. So essentially, we're grouping together everything that is the same. And this is called combining like terms. Okay? We're combining like terms. So we're gonna do one more together, and then I want to give you a chance to try it out. So we have 3x squared plus x squared. There are no other x squareds, so we're just gonna do 3 plus 1 that is 4x squared. Then we have 6 minus 8. These are the only ones that have x's with an exponent of 1. So I'm just going to put these two together, and 6 minus 8 is negative 2. So this is negative 2x. I hope you reviewed positive and negative numbers. If this confused you here, 6 minus 8 is negative 2, pause, go back, look at positive and negative numbers, and then come back, okay? And then here we have negative 9 and negative 14. Negative 9 minus 14 is negative 23. Okay? All right. So now that we did that one together, I want you to give this one a try. I'm going to give you a little bit. If you need extra time, don't be afraid to pause the video and take the time you need to figure it out. And then I'll come back and explain it. Okay, so now that you got a chance to work that out, let's take a look on how to solve it. So we're looking for the ones that have the square. So a squared and a squared. So that has a plus in front of it. So this is 1 plus 3. That's 4a squared. So far, so good. Then we have, now we're going to look for the ones with an exponent of 1. So 5a, negative 12a, negative 8a. So 5 minus 12 is negative 7. And we still have to minus 8a. Negative 7 minus 8a is negative 15a. Now that we've done that, what's left is our negative 2. There are no other numbers, so we just leave that just like that. Okay? Hope you got it. Oh, excuse me. I hope you got that. Let me know if you have any questions. You can submit them below in the questions, okay? We got one more. I want you to give this one a try. I'm going to give you a little bit of time also, and then I'll go over it with you. Okay, so I hope you got it. Let me go ahead and show you how to do it. So this one has an n to the third, another n to the third. So this is 1 minus 12. That gives me negative 11 n to the third. Then we have, let's look for the next number, 3n squared minus 8n squared. So 3 minus 8 is negative 5n squared. And then we have 3n minus 2n, and 3 minus 2 is 1, so plus n. Okay, hope you got it. Feel free again to pause and review them again. If you like daily questions, join us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to know more about our free ASVAB events, text @ASVAB free to 81010. Good luck as you study for the ASVAB.